It's Ryan with Empire Magazine, Empire Extreme Magazine. I'm sitting here today with Buzz from the Melvins. A legend. A legend. 30 years, people, in the music industry. So, how do you feel being in here in Pittsburgh today, sir?
It couldn't be better.
Nothing?
No, couldn't be better. Is there anywhere better than Pittsburgh?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Why are you here?
My wife's here.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah, I think that's the only excuse I can come up with.
That's good.
Some of the questions I want to ask you basically have to do with the music industry.
Okay.
And one thing that I always think of with someone that's been in the industry as long as you have, how do you feel today about with technology and the music industry? Because I feel that downloading is a huge issue. Not that that's all the technology that's out there now these days, but I believe that is kind of killed part of the music industry. Do you kind of agree with that or no?
Well, it certainly changed things. I don't know if it's killed it, but it's it's a game changer to some degree. But it doesn't scare me. It's I don't know. Change is weird for people.
Yeah.
But sometimes these things have to happen. That's all right. Yeah, I think it started with the baby boomers, a very severely self-entitled generation of people that feel like they are owed something. I don't know when that will end. It's probably something tied up with the self-gratification and all those kinds of things all started with them. Maybe we can blame them for it.
A whole generation of people.
The baby boomers. Let's blame them for everything.
We blame you.
The baby boomers. Let's blame them for every Ponzi scheme, everything. Let's do it.
Blame you, baby
Yes.
boomers.
I know you're all retiring.
We're getting hip replacements.
I'm sick of them. Can't you just die before you bore us all to death? Common decency to die before you bore us all to death.
Just die. Just die. Mass genocide of the baby boomers.
Yeah. Please. You guys were hippies once. Look at you. They blame you for everything. AIDS. What else?
Poverty.
Massive drug culture. Thanks a lot. Look what you've left us.
But I guess I shouldn't have said killed it. I just mean that I don't think a lot of bands have. I guess they don't have it like other bands had it. I think it's hard for the next generation. I think it's good because they have so many outlets that they can use. I mean, look how many social media outlets there are. And you can get that out to probably way more people than you ever could before, ever. But then the other part of it is the downloading part of it. Like, somebody can just go on the computer and say, type in the Melvins. Here's the whole discography. I'm going to download that. Now, will someone go buy it? I hope they do. But that's just, I guess, my point is how I probably should have come across is why I don't like it for that part, because it's not fair. Because is everybody going out to the show? Is everybody buying merch? I mean, I am.
Oh, who knows? I mean, you got to remember though that let's just travel back to the good old days. People like Bo Diddley didn't get paid then.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
The joke we always said was if you lined up everybody that ripped off Bo Diddley with the Bo Diddley beat, you lined them all up in a big line, he still wouldn't get any royalties. It doesn't make any difference.
Bullshit.
Right. It doesn't make any difference. Bands didn't get paid. They didn't get paid in the 80s. Record labels didn't pay people.
They paid themselves.
Right. So what's the difference? I mean, it's not... People have this weird idea that there's some golden era where people got paid. I mean, blues artists didn't get paid. Rock people didn't get paid. I mean, it's the oldest story in the book. Bands never got paid. So now they're not getting paid. It's, oh, wow. Nothing's changed. Welcome to my world.
This whole interview is just gonna be laughing.
That's how it is. Don't get people should just not get this weird idea that this is somehow new. It's not new.
Well, you've been doing this.
The distance between two points is the distance between an indie record label and a paycheck to the band. That's always been the case. Always. It's never not been the case. So.
Do you think it's harder now?
I think it was always hard.
No matter what.
You can. I mean, even with the heyday when there was no downloading, you probably couldn't find 3 labels in the U.S. that would pay a band at all. Who? A few, here and there, or they'd figure out ways to just rip bands off completely, or whoever. I mean, that was always the biggest, biggest challenge from as far back, or really shitty deals. Bands didn't get paid very much money, or they had to renegotiate deals, or it's just an old story. So you just have to be crafty about it. It's just how it works. I mean, you can't give up on it. But another thing we always say is, what's the difference between the lottery and making money playing music? You have a chance with the lottery.
So, it's I have a friend in a hardcore band, and he said, I love this quote. He said straight up, he said, if you want to live your life and you do want to play music and you do want to do this, suffer a little bit. Get out there and do what you want to do, but you're going to have to suffer. You're not going to have all the creature comforts that you do at home. So get out and suffer, but do what you love.
Yeah, there's something to that for sure. But I mean, I've never been a joiner-inner. I've always been of the belief that if there's a bunch of people doing it one certain way, then there has to be something wrong with it. That I don't want to necessarily do it like that. So if there's a way of bands are touring, or how they're doing it, or how they're operating, I've always been suspicious of all that kind of thing. I never wanted to do it like everybody else. I never wanted to belong to that club. Just don't feel comfortable in those situations. I don't feel like I'm in competition with anyone, like I'm part of anything. And it's not so much that I'm a rebel, I'm just uncomfortable in those situations. I'm not comfortable in that. I never was. Even when we weren't, able to make a living playing music, I was never comfortable in social gatherings. I've kind of attracted me to punk rock was the intimacy of it, but I still wasn't completely comfortable. I never have been. So it's like, oh, we want to be part of a big Warp type tour or something like that. I'm not comfortable with those kinds of things. I don't want to belong to your club. It's like there's a really interesting interview with Charles Bukowski where he got out of the World War II because they said he was crazy. Didn't have to get drafted because he was too crazy. And they said how he got out was that the psychiatrist said, do you believe in the war? And he said, no. And they said, well, would you go and fight in the war? He said, yeah. And he said, well, I'm having a party at my house. I'm going to invite all kinds of very interesting writers and all kinds of intellectuals and all sorts of people to my house. I would really like you to come. You seem like you would really enjoy that. Would you like to come? No. Okay, you don't have to go to the war.
Because he invited him somewhere?
Because he didn't want to be involved in something like that. So he's like, he wasn't kidding, you know. That's how I feel, you know.
Well, I understand. I get
it's like,
it.
He'll go if they make him go. He'll go.
Yeah.
He'll do it.
He'll fight if he has to.
Yeah, but he's not interested in he's not interested in hanging out with those people. But he's also not interested in staying home and partying with a bunch of people. No. Another quote that he had that I really liked was that towards the end of his life he quit going to bars. I go, why? He goes, I don't like people that go to bars. Exactly. You know, I make my living in places where people play music and stuff like that, but I'm not necessarily comfortable in all those situations. I'm not, you know. It's what I do, but you know, it doesn't mean that I'm 100% comfortable there, you know, at all. I'm not 100% comfortable in any of those things. So I've always kind of looked for a different way to do it. Everything that we've done, from making records to the kind of guitars I play, to what sorts of instruments we play, to the music we do, how our band operates, how I view the music industry, how I view how we make money, all those sorts of things. It's like, it's sort of like if you see, oh, I got this really great business opportunity. By the time you hear that, it's not going to work. You know?
Yeah.
You have to figure out something else. Everybody's doing it, forget it. It's not going to work. You know? So that's kind of how I view all of it. Think of something else, and you'll be better off.
Makes perfect sense.
It is, but it's a hard sell. You're not going to get a lot of people that are going to stick right next to you that whole time. Believe me. Not a lot of takers. But it's a lonely road out there, but it's okay. I don't know.
Well,
I'm all right with it.
and you should be all right. You know,
I'm totally okay with it. But like we've always, you know, we don't have a lot of brother bands. I don't feel a part of any of those sorts of things, and that's okay. I'm not trying to be perverse. I'm not trying to be. I'm a lone I don't feel like that. I'm trying to make music that I think is good, and I think people should like it. But I don't necessarily want to be part of any club. You know? Like I don't go to Grammy parties or industry parties. I don't want to be part of any of those sorts of things. I'll do interviews and stuff like that, but this is one-on-one.
Yeah.
Or 2-on-1. You know? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to, it's not, you know, just, beyond that, I don't have any interest in going to, I'm going to do my job here. I'm going to do it with as much passion and joy as I can make it, and I live for that sort of thing, but beyond that, I'm not comfortable with the rest of it. And I think that's why it works. Because I don't embrace the rest of it.
You must be doing a really good job because look how long you've been doing it.
Right. I don't embrace the rest of it.
Yeah.
I just take what I need and leave the rest. You know? I don't want to be part of it. I think it'll ruin it for me. I'm not a part of that rest of that rock and roll bullshit. I don't have anything to do with it. If those people are doing it, I don't want to have anything to do with it. No thanks. Like I said, it's not a lot. It's not a popular opinion.
Who gives a shit?
Oh, I don't care.
Opinion.
I don't
that's
care.
what I mean.
I really don't care. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. It's okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to this party? No, I don't want to go. Thank you. I'm good.
I'm kind of like that because like my wife will always be like, "Hey, do you want to go here? You want no.
I do all kinds of things. I just don't want to do those kinds of things. You know?
Yeah. Like
busy all the time. Just not doing that kind of thing.
I guess I'm just like just boring. I guess to a point, you know. But I'm 43 years old. I don't want to go to a bar. I don't drink.
No, I don't drink either.
I mean?
I don't drink.
You know, so I'd rather do this than do anything else.
Sure. Yeah.
Coming to a show is a big deal for me. Being able to sit here and talk with you
Sure.
is a big deal for
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe not that someone else, but I don't care
Yeah. No.
because I love this, and I'll never get this. You know, unless maybe you play Pittsburgh again. You know, but
We played Pittsburgh a shitload of times.
Yeah, I know, but like right now in this part in time, this is never going to happen again. Maybe.
Yeah. We never know.
And that's how I look at it, you know? So, but I guess going off of what we just talked about basically, then can you maybe, and I know probably what you're going to say, but can you maybe give me like a little bit of what you think about the music industry now?
Well,
In any genre.
I don't think much has changed as far as like the music itself. I think there's a few good bands, and that's the way it's always been. I really don't think I've always been picky.
I am.
I never liked. My record collection has grown only because time has passed, not because there was. I don't have some collection of records from any one era. These few years were really amazing, and everything else sucks. I never felt that way. I always thought that pretty much most of the music was terrible at all times. But there's a few bands that I really, really thought were great, all through since the dawn of rock music, and I still believe that. And so you just look for those little kind of gems here and there. Things have gotten better for us. They've only gotten better, despite all of those things.
Do you think maybe it is because music is so acceptable now?
I don't know what it's like for other bands along those lines.
But I mean for you guys.
I don't know. I think it's because we persevered. I think it's because we never quit. We didn't leave for 10 years and then come back. We never stopped. We worked the entire time. We never saw any reason to stop. I thought that was ridiculous. So we never had a reunion. We never quit making records. We never quit touring. But I also never felt that going on tour. We did one tour that was a massive failure in 1986, and I said I would never do it again. And it took us about 4 or 5 years before I agreed to do it. 4 years before I agreed to do it again, because I just thought it was stupid to go out and play to people who don't care and lose a bunch of money. I still think it's a stupid idea. I think if you can't make money within a few hours of where you live, there's no reason. You're not going to make money driving up 3,000 miles. It's not going to work. You're just going to get discouraged and lose a bunch of money, and nothing's going to kill your band faster than something like that. To me, no one will ever take that advice. They never do. That's what worked for us. Is we stayed home and worked on what we were doing, and just played in the surrounding areas that weren't too far. And then, when it was working better, then we did a tour. But I think hitting the road and losing a bunch of money is a really bad idea. Personally, that's what we did. Can't remember what your question was.
It's all right. I just like what we're doing.
But I don't subscribe to that personally. Like that. But we never had bands like, oh yeah, come on tour with us. We never had that situation happen. That wasn't an option for us.
When you do get to go home and you do have downtime, do you have a favorite record that you put on?
No, I listen to music all the time, and I don't have a particular favorite.
Okay.
Not one. I listen to all kinds of stuff. I listen to a lot of Miles Davis, Electric Miles Davis. That stuff's really great. What we're listening to today, we listen to in the van. We're listening to. We listened to Sticky Fingers by the Stones and Elvis Presley. A live record. Aloha from Hawaii.
Do you have a favorite city when you tour?
No, not at all. When you're on stage, you're not really thinking about
Where you're at?
wow, it's gonna be great. I'm in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You play the same show. At least for me, I play the same show regardless of where I'm at. I'm not thinking I'm in New York. I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm in I got too much going on to think anything that clearly. I'm doing my job, and it matters very little where I'm at. It's making a difference. So the people tonight will get the same show that they would get whether I was playing in South America or Berlin or Los Angeles. They won't do anything different. The only time you might get a different show is if there might be some equipment failures, or if you're sick or something. And some nights, that's one of the things that makes playing live so cool, is that some nights are better than others. For whatever reason. I don't know. Not for lack of trying. You never just go through the motions. You never do that. At least we know. Some nights, though, it just for some reason it works. We always say that a third of the shows will be just really amazingly great, just totally great. Can't believe it. To you, and a third of them will be really good, and a third of them just won't be good, and you can't predict. That may not be the case. You may not be able to figure that out. No one else will maybe know that, but you'll know. I've had people where I thought it was an abysmal show, and it was really good. That's the time I ever saw you. So, it's all arbitrary. Because you're on stage, you don't know what it sounds like out front.
Yeah.
It sounds totally different on stage. Your experience on stage is different than on the audience.
What was
As it should be.
What was like the deciding factor that made you want to get into music? Was there any one like specific thing that you can think of maybe, or was it a combination of things?
No, I can't remember anything specific. I mean, I didn't have very high goals for playing music in the beginning. I mean, I think our original goal was to play a show, play on a stage. So I didn't set very high goals from the beginning. The idea of making a record or putting out records, that was absurd. It just seemed so crazy and that was outlandish. So I surpassed my initial expectations relatively quickly. So, I didn't have anything to be disappointed by. It was all more than I thought I would get. So. It always has been.
What was the first live show you ever went to?
Went to? I don't know. I don't know what it would have been. I don't know. Maybe it's 3 Dog Night or something. I don't know. So that might be wrong.
Do you have a favorite show that you ever went to? Is there like one favorite?
Not really. I mean, I really like this band Tales of Terror a lot. When I saw them in Seattle once. They're from Sacramento. They're good. I saw the Reformed Cream play at Madison Square Garden. That was really good. That was cool. But nothing else comes to mind that I saw. A lot of good shows. Just a live experience in general was always interesting. I think that a lot of it had more to do with I came from a really small town, and it was more like the adventure of going and doing this weird thing that I'd never done before. That was more attractive to me than actually that was just part of it. The music was just part of this other gigantic thing.
I get it. I was 12 when I went to my first show, and it was Dio. And being 12 years old at a show like that, opens up your mind and your eyes.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this exists.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I get it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I have this strange idea about all those kinds of things. I don't know. It's weird. Now I don't go to that many live shows. I play a lot of them. I play about 100 shows a year. So when I'm home, I don't go out that much. Plus, it's not really that fun for me. It is to some degree. Once in a while, if I know the people, I'll do it. But I don't go to that many. I'm already doing it 100 times a year.
If there was one person that you could play with up on stage, who would it be? Anybody, dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Anybody?
One person.
One person. Well, pick as many as you want, but you were up there on stage. Who would you want with you?
Keith Moon. That'd be good. That'd be cool. He'd have been fun to play with. Keith Moon, Miles Davis, Jimi Hendrix. That'd be good.
There's an all-star lineup.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Last question.
Okay.
You can bring 3 things with you on tour. What would they be?
Only 3 things?
Only 3 things. Like vices. If
vices.
you have any vices.
Oh, yeah. The most important things. Right now, I would say it would be my Kindle.
Okay.
Probably my iPod of some sort of music. Well, and not counting musical equipment, right?
Yeah.
Because I already have that, right?
Yeah.
And I guess a computer, iPad, the normal stuff.
And then one last one. Nah, I just thought of it when you said it. What would be your favorite guitar that you could play with? Do you have
Guitar?
a favorite?
No, not really. I mean, with guitars and stuff like that, I prefer, at this point in my career, certainly, well, not the last 10 years, I really have tried to have a guitar rig and a guitar I have a setup that no one else, that I'm sure that when I'm on stage playing it, there's not one person in the world that is playing that exact guitar rig. Nobody else is playing it through that. Not the speakers, not the amp, not the guitar combination. Nobody has it, and that's important to me. That's more important to me, I think, than anything else, because I honestly believe that with that kind of thing, it's I really want to strive to do something different and force myself to not be just like everybody else as far as that's concerned. And on the other hand, I believe though that it's the Indian, it's not the arrow, in a lot of ways. So give me crazy equipment that's made out of aluminum and no tubes and weird speaker combinations, and I'll make it work. And so I'll take the challenge, and I do it. I play a really weird guitar with strange guitar amps and strange speaker cabinets and a strange combination of stuff, and I make it work. And that's a challenge for me, and I am up for it. I want to do it. I'm not going up there. Played Les Pauls for a long time. I still love those guitars, but there comes a point where you just go, I've got to do something different. I've got to do it. I got to make it. Time for me to do something new. New challenge. That's it.
Well, Buzz, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Thank you guys.
It was such a pleasure.
Oh, thanks. I hope
It's
it's
such a pleasure to sit here with an icon, a legend in the freaking music industry.
Oh, you're so nice.
It is for me.
Thank you.
It just is.
I appreciate it.
You have no idea how many times I've read about you, read about the band, read about what you guys were doing, and then to sit here with you.
Some of it might even be true.
I don't care if it's true. I don't give a shit. I'm just glad I got to sit here with you and talk with you and meet you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
This is Empire Extreme. We're out.